Hey, what's up guys? Gangster Jeweler here. So today we're going to be working on a ring that is missing a stone right here on the corner. Now, I know you guys have been hearing this a lot lately from me. I'm kind of not a fan of this particular setting, mainly because on these edges there's no prongs right here on these corners. Hold on, I got to adjust my camera real quick. But right on these corners, there's no prongs. So if you whack the corner of this stone, it'll pop right out, which is probably what happened to this stone here. You could build a prong on this corner, but then you'd have to do it on all of them because then it would just look weird. But you can see right there, there's no prong on the corner, so all they gotta do is whack it right there and it'll pop right out. But that's what we're going to be working on today. We're going to see if we can find a stone first. Now this one should be a fairly simple fix. We're not having to build any prongs or anything. But it is a fairly large stone. It's about a 7-point stone. That's a pretty big stone. Yeah, it's a large stone. But anyway, at any rate, first we need to find a stone that's going to work. One that's going to be the right color and right fit. And we're just going to kind of dig through here. See what we come up with here. It might be a little too big. Might just be a little bit too big. Damn, it's about the right color, but I think it's just a little bit too big. Yep, it's just a little bit too big. Alright, back to the drawing board. I'm going to dump that stone back in there. That one was just a little bit too big. Let's take a look at this right here. Yeah, it's about the right look. It might be about the right size too. Possibly. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure just yet. I think that stone is just dirty. It's not, yeah, it's just dirty. It'll clean up in the ultrasound. But what we're going to do now is we need to get our pliers that are going to get our pliers that stretch over like this. And we are going to snap that in there, hopefully. At least that is the idea. Well, I gotta zoom back out real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Zoom back out. Bring this up a little bit too as well. And then now what we need to do is crimp these prongs on each side here. You crimp them down. Not quite. We almost had it, but not quite. Oh, you bitch. It snapped in there, but stone broke on us. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. That one right there. Yeah, it's shattering on us. So we're going to go ahead and pull that sucker out of there. And we're going to look for another one. That will happen sometimes, guys. Sometimes you lose stones, sometimes you shatter them. It's just the name of the game, unfortunately. So we're going to be on the hunt for some more stones here. Can't believe that one broke on us, but I can believe it to a certain degree. Wow, that one matches pretty good. Yeah, that matches pretty good. Man, I hate that they don't have prongs on the side. On the side going across the top here like this. So now let's see if we can't make that sit and snap in there. All right. Sorry guys, I'm doing a little head thinking here. This thing. Alright, that one is going to be... That one's going to be a little too big. Back to the drawing board. A little too big. Let me take a look at this one. Sorry guys, when I find a stone, I'll definitely zoom in so you guys can see a little better. Just right now we're trying to work on finding a stone that's going to match and fits. That one's a little too small. Yeah, it's a little too small. Okay. Let's check this one here out. It looks like a pretty good one. Too big. All right. This will probably be the longest part, is looking for the stone, find one the right color and size. Find one the right color and the right size. Let's try this one. Damn, a little too big. Shit. We're either too small or too big. That is ugly as fuck. The stone looks a little ugly. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Don't think that one's gonna work. Alright, back to the drawing board again. We will find one next year sometime, if we're lucky. Let me see that one right there, if I can grab it. Come on. That one might be too small. Might be a hair too small, but we're fixing to find out. Huh. It actually looks pretty good. Let's see if it'll snap in there. Nope, it's a little too small. Back to the drawing board again. Come on, we gotta have one in here somewhere. Gotta have one somewhere here. Let me see this. If I can grab it. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, I can't believe that stone broke on us, but I've had many of diamonds do that occasionally. Way too big. Look at that thing sticking out. All right. Too big. Let's check this sucker. I don't know. Let's give it a shot, see if it'll snap in. Nope. If it'll stay in there long enough. That's usually going to be your longest part with stones, is trying to find one that matches and is the right size. That one's a little too big. Man, we're either too big or too small. Let's check this one out here. Well, it's about the right size, it's about the right color. Question is though, can we get it to snap in without breaking? That's the real question. So, let me get you guys a close-up here. You see that stone is sticking up. And basically what it's got to do is it's got to slide. The stone has to slide in and then lock down. Because there's no prongs holding it on the corners here. Which is why on these particular type settings, if anybody's going to lose a stone, it's usually on the corner because they'll whack the stone, the corner of it, and it'll pop right out. Okay, it's going down. See if we can get it to lock in there without breaking on us. It matches real well. It's going to be a little bit too big, guys, possibly. It might snap in there. It might. Keyword being might. Come on, baby. Trying to keep you guys in focus here. No, I don't think she's going to snap in on it for us. It might. It might. It's close. I hope so. If not, we'll be back at the drawing board looking for another stone, huh? And that's not going to work. Alright. Back to drawing board again, guys. Yeah, that stone is just too big. I was hoping it would snap in there, but it just wasn't going to happen. Alright, here, let's shift all these to one side and start over. This might be too small, but I want to check it and see. Actually, that might be the right size, just about. Oh, it's a little bit too small. Let's go back on the hunt here. Back on the hunt. Let's check this one out here. See what it's going to look like. Looks good, but I think it's too small. Yep, too small. Alright guys, we're gonna find something here. One day, 1 year. We will find something. Let's take a look at this one here. And what we got to do is we got to get it up under them lips and then get it to snap in. That one's going to be too big. Like I said, this is probably going to be about the longest part, is trying to find one that'll fit and match. That's usually the biggest issue. Okay, let's just see. Too big. Too big. Back to the board again. Let's see. Let's check this one. Sorry guys, I'm trying to keep you in focus here while I'm trying to see if this will go up under and lock in. Probably going to be too big though. Alright, let's just see what it'll do. Because the color seems to match pretty well. But we are too big. Alright. Hold on guys, I gotta stand up for a second. My legs trying to go numb on me here. Alright. Question is, will we find a stone? I think we will eventually, but it's probably going to be next year sometime, if I had to guess. Let me look at this one here. Well, that might have been the right size, but it's the wrong color. Let me check this one here. Let's check this one and see. It's about the right color, and it might be the right size, I hope. Nope, too small. Too small. If we don't find anything in this tray, we're gonna have to look in another tray. But I think I should have one in here somewhere that should fit this thing. This might be it, guys. Might be it. It's the right color. Looks like it might snap in. Let's just hope. She might be in there, guys. Might be. Not in there, guys. Not in there. That one was a little bit too big. Just a hair too big. This one is proving to be a little bit stubborn today. Can't find one. Can find one to match. Can't really find one the right size though. This one here too big. Too big. Man, come on. Give me a break here. Find me a stone. Just one stone's all I need. Let's try this one. Too big. Dang. Either too big or too small. Let's give this one a shot. I think we'll name this video, Does the Gangster Jeweler Ever Find a Stone to Put in This Ring? And it's too big. We are the masters at finding too big of a stone here. One just a little bit smaller. Let's try this one. Too big. Dang. This is a rather odd size stone, apparently. Not really odd size, just you got to get one that's just right for it though. Like I said, it's about a 7-pointer, maybe even an 8-pointer. Let me take a look at this one. That one looks pretty good. I'm going to try a different set of pliers here real quick. This one's going to go over and kind of mash the prongs down around the stone and see if we can get it to lock in that way. Alright guys, I think we got it in there. I think we do. Yep, got it in there. Alright, so we got it to snap in, but we had to, these two prongs right here, had to push down just a little bit to get it to snap in there. But our stone is in there now. So now all we need to do, just go clean it and polish it, and we'll come back and look at the finished product, guys. Like I said, the longest part was going to be looking for a stone. We didn't have to build any prongs on this one, so that was a plus. So let's go polish it, and I'm going to go drop it in the ultrasound real quick, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, so we're back with that ring again. Unfortunately, we're not going to be polishing it. I'm not happy with the way that's sitting in there. I mean, it's snapped in and it's holding. I'm just not happy with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount the ring up here for a second. And we are going to do some tapping on the prongs to try to help secure it a little better. But what this does is this locks the ring in place. And I just lost my stone. Damn it. Just fell out. That's okay. We'll find another one. We got plenty more here. But I just wasn't happy with the way that was sitting in there. And it locked in, but it wasn't very tight. So we're gonna have to do something a little different here. Okay, that stone looks good. Let's zoom in here. That stone looks good. I'm going to tap on these two prongs right here. One there, one there. And to do that, we're going to use a special punch that we got here. And what we need to do is find one that's, let me zoom out here for a second. You can see they got little itty bitty holes on the end of them. I'll zoom in for you. So they got little itty bitty holes on the end of them. And you put that over the prong, and that helps spread the prong out when you tap. So that's what we're going to be doing, because I really just didn't like, I wasn't happy with it. And if I'm not happy with it, nobody else can be happy with it. So we need to get it right. Let's go ahead and get our trusty old hammer here. And what we are going to do, I'm going to try to keep this in focus for you guys the best I can. I don't know how well I'm going to do, but we're going to try. And what we're going to do, we're going to get this right over the prong. I'm going to tap on that side and just see. And then we need to do the same thing on this side. Nope. No bueno. So we're going to come back over here. And we're going to tap again over here. Nope. Damn. This ring is being a biatch today. It's okay though. Sometimes you get one that's a little bit tough and don't want to cooperate with you.
A few days before she died, and my grandmother called me. She was convinced she was being stalked.
And what we're doing, I'm just trying to get the stones set back in there. And I think we're going to go with a different punch this time. Let's try. I think we can go on a little bit wider, a little more open. Okay. No, we need one a little more wider. Here we go. Let's go with this one. Okay, and then we're going to tap on it. What a bitch. Alright. That one did not work. Always have a drawer to catch your stones at the bottom. Always. Because you're going to lose stones. They're going to fall. They're going to drop. It's just part of the game. Just part of the game. Okay, I'm going to zoom you guys back out for a second. Or you already zoomed out, okay. Let's see how this stone's gonna look. Looks pretty good. It's right color and everything, so right size. We just need to got to get it to where it'll prongs will clamp down on the stone without it falling out at the same time. There we go. All right, take number 1,000,000. Okay, and we're just tapping on the prongs. That one ain't gonna work either. That stone is not gonna work. Let's go ahead and pull this off of here. Boy, this one is being a doozy, let me tell you. This one is being stubborn. Let's zoom you guys back out here for a second. All right, let's set her back up. Now, stone setting is an entirely different thing from welding and doing jewelry. It's a whole different skill set. So I've been setting stones for about as long as I have doing jewelry repair. But stone setting is a little more difficult. It's a little more tedious. It's a little more time consuming. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Let me zoom you guys in here. We are going to not quite yet. All right, that stone is not going to work. Well, this has turned into a real stickler, guys. Turn into a real stickler. All right, back. Let's find one a little bit bigger. Like this one here, maybe. That's too ugly. Let's check this one. Too big. Yeah, I had to come back. I just didn't like the way that the stone just wasn't sitting in there too well. Was not happy with it at all. Let's see what this one looks like. Just kind of push it in there a little bit. Way too big. Way too big. Take a look at this one. All right, this one seems to be good, but you can't really tell until you got them snapped in there, if you know what I mean. Too big. Too big, too big. Damn, guys, you probably sat here more watching me look for stones than anything else. But I like to film the whole process. This way you guys can see it's not just you get to throw it together, you know. It just don't work that way. There is a trial and error process. Alright, that stone looks good, but we'll see if it's gonna work or not. Actually, what I want to do is go ahead and tilt that forward like that. And lock her back in there. And I'm going to zoom you guys back in here. We're going to try and get this thing seated once and for all. Oh, my leg's falling asleep. All right. Sorry guys, trying to keep you in focus there. Nope, not quite. All right. Quit being a bitch and go ahead and set, please. Thank you. And for everybody else watching, so that they don't have to watch me look for stones all day. And you seen that one flopped out. All right. Back to ground zero. This is going to be one of them blooper videos, it looks like. Going to be one of them blooper videos. Alright, I'm done looking for stones in this tray. We are going to a different tray for the moment. We are switching gears here just a little bit. I'm kind of glad this has happened. This way I can show you guys that, you know, things sometimes they don't go the way you want them, and you got to rethink it a little bit. And that's why I always say take your time. You want it to be correct, but you also, you know, you just want it to be right. And if it just doesn't seem right to you and you got to do it over, do it over. I've been doing this for 30 years, and sometimes you just have to start over, just kind of rethink it. That's why I like filming the whole thing, because it doesn't, you know, everybody's like, You just throw a stone in there and good to go. And it just doesn't work that way all the time. Some repairs just do not cooperate like they should. Okay. Looks good. Let's just see. Just for giggles, let's just see if it'll snap in. I doubt it, but just for fun. Alright, not happy with that stone either. Let's take a look at this one. Too small. Too small. Well, like I said, guys, next year sometime we'll probably have this one done. So this is one of them. This is just one of them long. It's just going to be one of them long videos and repairs. And that's going to happen sometimes. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Looking at some of these other trays, see if I can find a better stone that'll work. That is an ugly ass stone there. Searching. We're searching for the impossible diamond. Where it might be, nobody knows. Let me look at this one. Alright guys, you know what? I know this isn't made to have a prong, but I think the only way we're going to get a stone to stay in there is we're going to have to put a prong on this corner. It's just the only way. Because this, these two prongs here just aren't grabbing for whatever reason. And we're just gonna have to build a prong on it, guys. Let's go do that. I'm gonna pause it real quick, go get set up on the other desk over there. Hang on just a second. Alright guys, we're over here at the other desk. Now this setting is not really made to have prongs on the corner, like I've said earlier in the video. But unfortunately, we've tried to snap it in, because it should just snap in, but it just ain't gonna do it. And then we've tried beating the two prongs on the other side. I say beating, trying to tap them down to lock it in. That's not gonna work. There's no prongs on the corners, but we're gonna put a little itty bitty prong on the corner of this one and file it down quite a bit so that it tries to match the rest of them. Now these other stones they could knock out because there's no prongs on the corners, so they could hit them on the corner. That's how this one came out to begin with. But at least we know this one, that we're putting the prong on the corner on the end, we know that one ain't coming out. So we need to just go ahead and do that. Like I said, the setting's not really made for that, but unfortunately that's the only way we're gonna solve this problem, because we tried all our other, what should have been the simple, but this one did not turn out simple, unfortunately. But that's okay. I'm glad you guys get to see this. Sometimes you gotta approach things different. Sometimes you gotta take a step back, look at it. The way that it should work isn't going to work, and we're just gonna have to adapt. Things do not always go according to plan. And that goes for life too. Things just don't go the way you plan it sometimes. I know there's a lot of people that never thought I'd be doing this. But I've been doing it for 30 years now. So let's go ahead and get us a prong on this sucker. Get a prong on it and be done with it. We won't have to worry about that stone coming out anyways. So we're going to grab us a piece of white gold solder. And need to put some boric acid denatured alcohol on here. Heat her up. Now we are not going to put flux on there, mainly for the reason that you put flux on there and then when you go to heat it up, it will bubble and the stone will actually rise up out of the setting. So we are not going to be putting flux on it. We're going to go ahead and grab our solder here. And we are going to build ourselves a freaking prong. She don't. Now I know you see that smoke. That's just some like lotion they had up underneath the thing. I tried to clean it, but some of it's still there in the ultrasound, and that'll just burn off. And our stone fell out. Sorry guys, I'm gonna zoom you back out here for a second. All right, let's get our stone back in there. Whew. Hot, hot. All right, let's get our stone set back in there real fast. And the neighbor's dogs are not happy with me, apparently. All right, let's go for take number 2 million. Now we did quench this off, so we're gonna have to boric acid denature alcohol it again. And I'm gonna zoom you guys in. And we're gonna heat this bad boy up. See if we can keep the stone in there. For some reason the stone does not want to stay in there today. I need to get this a little bit hotter. Okay, we got us a little bit of a foundation built there, so now we just need to build on top of that. Okay, got us a foundation there. Try to see if we can build on top of that foundation. We can always file it down later. Now I didn't charge to put a prong on because I wasn't expecting to have to. So I'm not going to charge them for this prong. Oh, we lost our solder there. Okay, we're close. Not quite there, but we're almost there. Alright, I think we got us a prong here. And we do. We have us a prong. Now this is diamond, so we're not worried about sticking it in water. You can see that we now have a prong, and that stone for sure will not be going anywhere now. And really, that's kind of what all four of these need on the corners here. Because all you gotta do is whack them and the stones will be coming right out on the corners there. But we're not being asked to do that, so we're not doing that. But this stone will definitely not go anywhere now. That sucker's in there. But we're gonna file this down so it doesn't look very noticeable. So that it, yeah, you can see that solid in there now. We probably should have just done that to begin with, but like I said, this setting is not made to have prongs on the corner like that, but that's the only way that stone's going to sit in there. I don't know if somehow the seat has gotten bigger, because the stones even though it snapped in, it just didn't want to stay. So we went ahead and just built a prong. We're going to file it down a little bit, make it look a little more uniform. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And we might have this one done for next year, guys. But see, we had to adapt. We had to change. Since that didn't work, we knew we was going to have to probably have to put a prong on it. It's the only way that stone's going to stay in there. So let's file this down because we have a lot of excess at the moment here. A lot of excess. The stones look dirty right now. That's just from the heat and that stuff burning off, that lotion or whatever was on the ring. Sorry guys, camera went out. Battery's about to die on the phone. Or the camera, I mean. Alright guys, so we got that prong filed down. I mean, it sticks out a little bit compared to the rest of them, but that's unfortunately the only way that stone's going to stay in there. And that'll keep that stone solid. Now the other ones, if they hit them on the corners, they could pop out, just like that one did. Alright guys, I'm going to go clean this, and then we'll go polish it, and then we'll look at the finished product. But I'm going to drop this in ultrasound real quick. Be right back. Alright guys, we're back with that ring. Let's go ahead and get her polished up. We got the prong on there, right there. Let's go ahead and polish her, and then we'll come back and look at the finished product after we get it polished here. go ahead and do the inside of the ring here. Alright guys, we got it all polished up. Let's go drop it in the ultrasound and we'll come back and look at the finished product, guys. Alright guys, we're back with that ring that we put the stone in. So you can see, hang on just a second. So you can see we got the prong on this one side right here. Right there on the cornerstone. It'd probably be advisable if they did it on all of them, just because of the way this setting is. But we went ahead and put a prong on the corner there because them cornerstones are not really supported very well. They're easy to knock out. So we just went ahead and put a prong on there. I just feel better with it on there. I know it's secure. And this way, if any other stone comes out, we also know what in ours if it ain't got the prong there. So that's always something to keep in mind. Now we didn't have to rhodium plate it because it wasn't really rhodium plated to begin with. So we just polished her up. Personally, I think white gold looks better naturally polished than having it rhodium plated. Plus the rhodium plating, it only lasts so long and you have to do it over and over. It's just a waste of money in my opinion, but that's just me. But we got this one fixed. It was a bear. If you like and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. If you want, if you'd like for me to do your repairs, the link will be down in the description in my Etsy shop. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, the link will be down in the description, but it's not necessary, not required. It just helps the channel grow. And I appreciate you guys watching. And this is the Gangster Jeweler, guys. I'll see you on the next one.